We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day? Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman Steakhouse and Jico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While your group is together, now is a great opportunity to pick a time and place to meet should you become separated in the park.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us again. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is ResortLoop.com. This is what, 3:58?
Okay.
And boy, what is that stench in the air, Bob?
Sorry, I was working out in the yard, cleaning the fountain.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. Take a brush out, do the sides.
Yeah, why I got to use a toothbrush? What's going on? Come on.
There's a little grout in there between the tiles. I like that sparkly white. Earn your keep, my friend.
But something is kind of stinky today, but we'll get to that, Tim.
We'll get to it. I know.
This might be this show's going to stink. Anyway, we have some people to thank.
Oh, absolutely.
Our wonderful patrons over there on Patreon. We got to thank the wonderful Lori Gauthier and, of course, our good pal as well, Sheila Ginsburg.
Yes.
For supporting the show. There you go. Thank you, ladies, and everyone over at our support page on Patreon. How would somebody go about doing that, Tim, if they wanted to help support the show?
Best way to support the show is just go to ResortLoop.com/support. That'll push you right over to where you need to go.
Thank you so much, ladies, for that. I have a special announcement at the end of the show.
Oh, yes.
Thanks in part to our wonderful patrons. And we're going to be doing a lot more of this kind of thing.
Very exciting.
Stay tuned at the end of the show for that. But Tim.
Yes.
First, I've got a This Day in Disney History. But first, you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm sitting down.
I want you to tell me who said this.
You did.
Thou sword of truth, fly swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
Oh.
Who said that? And from where? Or just give me from where. I want to see if you can give me from where. Because I know you're not the movie guy.
I'm not the movie guy.
I'm the movie guy.
But it sounds kind of familiar to me.
Yeah. Everybody's yelling at their...
I know they are.
Their 1982 iPods.
82 iPods?
I don't know. Whatever.
I'll make sure when you want to save the show, you pop that top out of the top of the cassette before you take it out. I don't know. Where's that from, Bob?
That is from Sleeping Beauty. Flora said that.
Okay.
To the prince to throw the sword at Maleficent.
Sounded familiar, but I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yes, that was a good one. That comes actually from our good pals over at This Day in Disney History as well. And Tim, are you ready for your This Day in Disney History this September 9th, 2016?
It's one of my favorite parts of the day.
Wow. This Day in Disney History way back in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
In a letter dated September 9th, actually, Walt Disney Company CEO Michael Eisner announces that he will retire from the Walt Disney Company after September 2006, when his contract with the company expires.
Ooh.
How about that?
How about that?
The following year,
yes,
on this date, 2005, the article Eisner Comments on Disney from the Associated Press, William Foreman, was released, where Michael Eisner, of course, reflects on his last, and I couldn't believe this, 21 years with the company.
Oh, yeah.
He had been with the company for 21 years.
Yeah, not always a CEO, but he was in there.
Yeah. So there you go. This Day in Disney History, a big shift and change going from Michael Eisner to then, of course, Bob Iger. And it's going to be interesting to see the next change.
Oh, my goodness.
Coming down the pike here with our wonderful Disney folks. So, Tim.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to conclude. It's past Labor Day.
It is?
It is past Labor Day, so take the white off. We can't wear white anymore.
Well, I'm embarrassed now.
I know.
It's good thing this isn't, we're not YouTube streaming this.
That's good.
Facebook streaming it or whatever, however the streaming thing works.
Then I'd have to do my hair. Lay a little foundation in there. Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself, just in case the cameras turn on.
Yeah, right. Okay.
We're going to conclude our summer series on the senses.
Okay.
Today, this is the one people have been clamoring for. We want to know, what's your favorite smell that reminds you or you enjoy while at Walt Disney World?
I love it.
I know.
I love it.
The Summer Senses has been fantastic. I've loved this series.
Yeah, LooperNation's been fantastic. Thank you guys for this entire series. You guys have been a lot of fun, I gotta tell you. So, Tim, why don't you start us off?
I'm going to start us off with good friend and super looper Keith White. He goes, "Hey, Bob and Tim, wow, smells." My first reaction is definitely the gas smell of a go-kart or a diesel truck reminds him of the Tomorrowland Speedway. That's true.
Yeah.
Or cutting my grass. Oranges bring back the sweet memory of soaring over the world, and the few times I smell a skunk, it takes me to the thoughts of the Figment ride.
Ooh, good one.
Love the show, and I love being a looper. Thanks, Keith.
We love having you be a looper, Keith. Thank you so much.
Keith, you would have loved my van a few days ago because I had an altercation with a skunk that left a little residue on the bottom of my car.
And throughout the cabin.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, let's keep moving forward. Thanks, Keith.
Bella Weber says, okay, let's see. Scent for me would have to be anything sweet cooking. Reminds me of walking down Main Street.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Strategically placed scents. Love it.
Yeah.
Liz Forte, I race, I believe, I hope. Being from Connecticut, my daughter and I think the humid Florida air when you step out of your hotel room in the morning. Sometimes on our most humid days, we think it smells like Disney.
You know, it's funny she says that because this morning I took the dog out to do his business.
Yes.
Reminded me of Florida.
Because you know what? Because it's so humid. Today it was so humid in the morning.
Yep.
Usually humidity builds up kind of during the day up here.
Yep.
But when it's that humid in the morning and you walk out, it is just like being in Florida.
Yeah. It was that that smell of the humidity, but it was a little bit of coolness in there too.
Right.
So you had it. You knew it was going to be a hot day. Kind of like when you wake up and you go out to the buses at Disney. You smell it, you feel it, and you know it's going to be hot.
Yeah, because the air's kind of stagnant. It's not like you're on the ocean. You got the constant breeze. Yeah.
Right. Sandy Simianic says the smell of, who also is one of our patrons,
yes,
the smell
Sandy.
of Neutrogena Beach Defense Sunscreen.
Oh.
It's very specific there. We bought a bottle right before our first ever trip to Walt Disney World, and the smell of pineapple and coconut that they used just stuck with us.
Uh-huh.
Whenever we crack out the sunscreen in the summer, the kids always say, it smells like Disney World.
Oh, that's awesome.
How about that? That's a smart move.
That is very smart. Beth Terminelli DeSalvo, she goes, all of these we will smell at home, and they remind us of our favorite place. The smell of the air conditioner when you walk into your room. Very true. The smell of the wood when you walk into the Wilderness Lodge. And the water smell in Pirates. And the musty smell of the Haunted Mansion. And finally, the citrus smell from Soarin'.
There you go.
Nice. Oh, and then Liz kicks back in. She comments on this. She goes, I went on Pirates right after the Reefer Blast Fall, and it didn't have the musty water smell it had. I know. We were so disappointed. It probably smells again by now. And Beth answers, it does, but not as musty.
Oh, maybe they shaved that pirate leg. Maybe that was one.
Well, that was it. And there's a new sponsor for the ride. Clorox Bleach has now come on.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle Buglioni Rosario says the scent that does it for us when we walk into our home, Bay Lake Tower, and get that familiar aloe and clover scent. Then, when we're in the parks, the sense of the water rides. No trip is complete without a visit to Splash Mountain.
Nice.
There you go.
Or 10 visits.
Or 10 visits to Splash Mountain. Absolutely.
Corey Johnson goes, I love the smell of the water rides and the smell coming from the confectionery as I walk down Main Street, USA.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that sugary, just nice, sweet. Mm.
A new listener, Frederick Pagliarulo. What? We should call him.
Freddie P. Freddie P. He's new.
Thanks,
He's
Fred.
new.
Yeah, he's a good sport. The most potent memories I have of Walt Disney World occurred in our first few moments at the Wilderness Lodge. Upon arrival, we were greeted with a wonderful smell coming from the wood-burning ovens of Artist Point. Oh. It was such a welcoming scent. I instantly felt at home. No matter where I am, if I catch the smell of a wood-burning fire, I think of that moment. In retrospect, I could easily have done all 5 senses about our first moments at the Wilderness Lodge. It had such an impact on my love for Walt Disney World. Thank you, Tim and Bob, or Bob and Tim, for this interactive summer series. You're welcome, Freddie. Thanks for participating.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. Nick Phillips. He goes, my favorite smell has to be the water in the boat rides, especially Pirates of the Caribbean. Water rides getting a lot of love.
Oh, yeah, Pirates getting a lot of love. Yeah, everybody likes musty smells. They should come over to my house. You can go down to my basement. You feel like you're right on the Pirates. We'll dim the lights. I'll dress like Johnny Depp.
All right, I'll come over and I'll just hang my leg from your beams overhead there.
There you go. James Jamie Price says, the strong water smell from the water rides is a good one, of course, as is the sickeningly sweet scent from the confectionery of Goofy's Candy Company. Also, anytime we put on sunscreen, I wish we were back at the Magic Kingdom parking lot applying it for a long day at the parks. A lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm.
You notice
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you should probably do that in the room before you go, because it's got to have time to seep in. And this is a huge tangent I'm going on.
Oh, do it.
I've had a lot of coffee today, Tim. Can you tell? I'm talking
I can
an
tell.
awful lot. I'm not even stopping talking. I just keep going and going.
I'm trying to catch up.
James goes on and says, we are always looking for candles and such that remind us of Disney. We discovered the sparkling icicle scent from Bath and Body Works. Always sparks memories of Soarin'. Really? My favorite scent would have to be the woods meets meat aroma when you walk into the Wilderness Lodge.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we stayed there last December, and there was a new overpowering cologne smell that was reminiscent of the cheap stuff my dad would get for Christmas.
Oh, no.
That came out of a bottle shaped like a train.
Oh, do I remember that?
I do remember that. My least favorite scent that just screams Disney memories is the not-so-lovely new rental car smell. Meets cleaning products, meets car-sick toddler puke.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
We discovered my son suffers from car sickness on his first trip to Disney at about 2 a.m. just north of Atlanta a couple of years ago, and we haven't found a solution yet.
Oh.
Here's another scent that reminds me of Disney, along with a little tip. My wife used a lotion called Cool Amazon Rain during our Disney trip. About a month later, I sniffed the air and said, why am I having a Disney flashback?
Mm-hmm.
She told me she was putting on the same lotion she wore during our last trip.
Oh.
So try wearing the same lotion, perfume, or cologne during your trip, and every time you use it at home, it may spark memories.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, James.
Yeah. Awesome. James, I'd say just make sure your 2-year-old isn't like trying to read a iPad or iPhone or something like that. It might have something to do with car sickness.
Oh, absolutely. You know? Yeah. I got stories.
Oh, we both do. That's how we learned all these little tricks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Karen Poblaki Nelson. My husband and I have 2 scents that are totally Disney for us. On Spaceship Earth, it's the Rome burning scent. Nice. Oh, yeah. Kind of like the barbecue potato chips. And staying in Epcot, we love the sweet smells from the caramel Couché store, candy store in Germany. Wish I was there now.
It is Couché.
It might be. I can't say I've. Well, no, I know I've been there. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I just had to eat stuff from there, so it made it much easier for me.
Exactly. That is a great store, though. Oh my goodness, they got the Werther's candies over there. Oh. Elena Jane says, Polynesian lobby smell.
Yeah.
I get butterflies when I first smell it. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Andrea Roberts goes, I have a candle that smells like the Animal Kingdom hotel lobby. Nice. Smells like Boma.
Yeah, really.
That smells good, too. Lighting that and enjoying a glass of red wine takes me right back to some of my happiest memories.
There you go.
That's all you need.
Rob Shumway says, even though I live and play a lot here at Walt Disney World, I travel a lot. And on my way back into Florida, I always stop at the Florida Welcome Center. I've noticed that most, not all, have the soap in the bathrooms that smells like coconut. That's true. It's not just a welcome home to Florida smell for me, but it reminds me of the smell of certain sunblock that we use only for Walt Disney World. There you go. That's
Nice.
true. The soaps.
Soaps, lotions, absolutely.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier this week, Bob, going on another tangent we seldom do.
Yeah,
We're both suckers for these stopping at the touristy places on the way down.
Oh, I can't help myself. I just can't help myself.
Always like to just pull in, just see what's going on, see if anything's changed.
I love gift shops. It's that simple. I don't like to shop, but I love gift shops.
And we talked about the lovely, great, same Florida merchandise they've been selling for like 50 years down there.
Yes.
The same key change, ashtrays,
Yes.
things in bottles, the same, thin, cheap towels. They're awesome.
I'm not sure. They may not sell any of it. It just has been sitting there for 20 years.
Oh, they just do a rotation, see if anybody will buy it from the different stores. Awesome.
They never have to restock.
No. Kelsey St. Charles kicks in. Let's get back to some smells. She says, my favorite smell at Disney World has to be the water musty smell that hits on pirates, or that smell that hits you when you get on the Magical Express when you're on your way to your resort. And they both tell her that she's going to have a good vacation.
There you go.
Those are solid.
Absolutely. Sarah Hazlett says, I know my vacation has officially started when I smell my Mickey waffle cooking. From our first trip 15 years ago, I've been hooked, and it's a morning tradition ever since, which includes having to eat the ears first.
Yeah.
The sweet aroma fills the air of just about any food court and is a sweet way to start the day before heading to the park. Thanks for a great series. I recently discovered the podcast, and I love it. Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
And she goes on. You're embarrassing us, Sarah. Thank you.
Should I do another mini tangent?
Feel free.
If you're at home, you need a little bit of a Mickey waffle aroma sensation, or like a Disney counter service breakfast smell.
Always, yeah.
McDonald's, the sausage McGriddle.
Really?
Just don't even eat it. I mean, I realize a lot of people just sit it in your room for the morning. It smells like you're walking like into the Mar in the morning. Just the combination of the pancakiness and the mapley and the sausage. Just throwing that out there. So for $1.
You're going to owe me $3 if it doesn't. I'm just saying.
It's $1. Oh well. Jen Stead, she goes, hands down, the wafting candy-coated smell from the confectionery on a crisp Magic Kingdom morning.
There you go.
Nice.
It's getting a lot of Magic Kingdom. Main Street's getting a lot of love.
Yeah, a lot of confectionery love.
Brian Cern, good pal of the show, says beignets. We stayed at Port Orleans French Quarter on our honeymoon. Ever since then, the smell of hot dough and powdered sugar mixed with the smell of hot Joffrey's coffee, of course. And I'm taken back to that fantastic time in life. So there you go.
I love that.
Yeah.
Maureen Kelly Bucalato goes, it's so hard to choose one. We stay at Fort Wilderness Lodge a lot, or at the Wilderness Lodge a lot, so walking in there and smelling the lobby is a real welcome home feeling.
There you go. Absolutely. And Toledo Dunnington says the lobby at the Swan, the signature white tea and cucumber scent that all Westin-owned hotels have. I don't know that smell.
Wow, really?
Interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Also, the musty smell of the entrance of Spaceship Earth, which then morphs into Rome burning.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a smoked salt from Whole Foods because it smelled just like the ruins. Tastes pretty good, too.
Yeah.
How about that?
Awesome.
Check that out.
Yeah. Matthew Wallace says, the monorail has a scent of its own. Do they bottle that?
I hope not.
Oh, my goodness. The sound of broken air conditioner, or the smell of broken air conditioner.
Right.
And then the oranges remind him of the Soarin' 1.0, right before the latest refurb.
Yeah. That I think that monorail scent is a combination of the air conditionings or the air filtration systems working at maximum capacity, trying to suck the smelly sweat of 1 million visitors for the day.
And 100% humidity out of the cabin. With big, massive 8-foot doors opening every 4 minutes.
Exactly. Kelly Fico says, I have so many, but these are the two that stand out. The first one you can't experience anymore, the smell of the old Polynesian lobby.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly. R.I.P. Waterfalls.
Yeah, let's just take a moment. Don't go chasing waterfalls. All right.
Okay, we're done. Okay, the smell was undeniable and somehow added to the special atmosphere of the old lobby whenever you walk through the doors. The other and most favorite smell, the confectionery on Main Street.
Hey.
I swear they pump that sweet goodness into the air that travels up and down the street, that tasty smell of Mickey crispy treats, candy apples, and caramel corn. As soon as I smell that, I know I'm home. So you're right about that, Kelly.
I would say so. Oh, Pat Giannetti, good friend of the show. He goes, that smell of Joffrey's coffee as you pour it into your refillable mug. Yes, the one with the handle. I smell it every morning I'm at Disney and smell it every morning I'm at home. It's great to be transported to Disney every morning.
Absolutely, and that's a great point. You know,
Without a doubt.
if you enjoy coffee, especially Disney coffee, get that Disney those Joffrey's blends from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company.
Exactly.
Man,
Get some Sanaa.
yeah. Tim Elbing Jr. says the dank, musty smell from Pirates.
Nice. Dee Dee Herring, she goes, from 1995 to 99, I worked as a cookie baker on Main Street in the bakery. What?
How cool is that?
That means she knows secret recipes.
she does.
We stood in a window and baked about 9 different types of cookies in front of guests. Still to this day, the smell of freshly baking cookies, especially the chocolate chip, my personal favorite, take me back to Main Street and that time of life when the Magic Kingdom was my second home. Nice.
Wonderful.
She says, I also love the smell of Spaceship Earth as you enter the building. It evokes old Epcot. And finally, like most here, the musty water smell of Pirates, Splash Mountain, and sometimes the smell that comes out of the air conditioner in my car when I first turn it on. And I'm just there. She goes, seriously, being sound, the smell is the strongest sense for me when it comes to Disney memories.
There you go. And Dee Dee, from all of us here at Looper Nation, I'm sure I speak for everyone.
Yes.
Thank you for baking those cookies.
Yes. And then boxing them up and sending them to ResortLoop.com. No.
P.O. Box.
Thanks, Dee Dee. That's awesome.
Matt Birchfield says, let's see, my favorite Disney smell, the Main Street confectioners. As you walk down the sidewalk, the ozone-like smell of Soarin', the cool cave-like smells of Pirates. Love them all.
Scott Danziger, he chimes in. He says, nothing says Walt Disney World like the smell of the water in the Pirates. And he sent us a picture there.
Yeah, very nice. Thank
Nice.
you, Scott. Very good. Terry Pritchard, he's going. We go way back with Terry.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say the same. There are definitely amazing smells only associated with Disney. All of the smells on Main Street USA, popcorn, cookies, etc. The floral at Epcot and Soarin', the lobby at the Poly, with the amazing smells from Ohana.
Oh, I do enjoy some Ohana waftage.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Sandy Lopez, she goes, the smell of oranges on Soarin'.
That's simple, and you're right on, Sandy.
Classic.
Scott Straitman says the clover and aloe smell of the Contemporary Resort. It's so awesome. I have a candle scented like it at home. Takes me back.
Nice. Rebecca Noun McDermott, she goes, the smell of the lobby at Bay Lake Tower. I walk in and instantly feel relaxed. I finally found a company that makes a candle and a room spray that smell just like it. Nice. Now when I am home, I can close my eyes and take a deep breath and be transported to my happy place.
How about that? So
Bay
a
Lake
lot of people
Tower.
finding these candles
Yeah.
that smell like Disney. Very good.
Wow.
Charles Wood says, for me, it's that distinct smell at the original Disneyland Pirates of the Caribbean. You go from that outside, just inside, and get that musty chlorine old smell. Oh, how I love it.
Oh.
Isn't it funny? It's a musty smell, but everybody is loving this.
I know. It's because of where it takes you back to.
Exactly.
Super Looper and supporter of the show, Tamara Spidell, she goes, we buy a special plug-in for our hotel room so that when we smell the same scent back at home, it brings us right back to Disney World.
That is brilliant.
Oh, that is smart. It's usually a vanilla one from Yankee Candle. The other distinct smell is the funky sulfur chlorine musty water smell from Splash Mountain or Pirates of the Caribbean. Anywhere else, that kind of odor would be repugnant.
There you go.
But at Disney, it's magical.
There you go.
And then Charles Wood chimes in real quick. He goes, they should patent that smell.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Yeah, it might already be.
Good pal of the show, the original Super Looper, Joe Quattrochi, says, my two smells that instantly let me know I'm in Disney is the smell when you walk into Disney's Contemporary Resort. That smell in the lobby and Grand Canyon Concourse is a very distinct smell. And as someone who loves the Contemporary, it takes me to that happy place. The second smell occurs in 3 separate places, but all smells the same. As someone who is from the Northeast, when traveling to Orlando International Airport and getting on the airport tram to baggage claim, that musty, humid smell reminds me of Disney World. You can also find that exact same smell on any of the Walt Disney World monorails and at the lobby entrance of a Tower of Terror at the studios.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Ben Fluth, he goes, the popcorn and cinnamon glazed almonds. That smell guarantees your wallet will be lighter. And then he laughs. And also the smell of the Polynesian lobby when dinner is being served at Ohana. Once again, the Ohana waftage.
That's going to tie into one of mine.
Okay.
Sheila Ginsburg.
Oh, Sheila.
There we go.
New supporter.
Yes, she is. That popcorn candy smell of Main Street and Fantasyland, barbecue and fryer smell of Frontierland, the smell of the quote-unquote cars at Autopia or Tomorrowland Speedway, and the musty smell of all the dark boat rides.
Nice. Julie Highland, she just says simply, poly smell.
Yeah. Ben Fluth says, another one. Oh, we're back to Ben again. Sorry about that. Another one is the smell of popcorn, campfire, s'mores, and pine trees at the Fort Wilderness sing-along and movie. I agree. Always reminds me that we're at the fort, a.k.a. home.
Nice. Mindy Carnes Muir, she goes, my kids always say, when I turn on the car air conditioner, it smells like pirates. The musty smell is great, but should be concerned about for cars AC. Nah, it sounds like perfect to me. I'd pay extra for that.
Exactly.
She says, I buy Disney scented wax candles for my home to smell like Disney, and they get me through and to take me back to Disney. And churros, she's a churro addict.
Those are good.
We talked about me having my first one this last trip, and they can be addictive.
Yes, they can.
Ugh,
yes,
they were good.
We're going to jump from Facebook over to Twitter. Adam Kirsch at @A_Kirsch says, if I smell the exhaust from a bus, also the smell of humidity early in the morning, both take me right back to Florida.
Nice. That kind of does it for me, too. Because, we don't really have a public busing around us in our neighborhood.
Right.
So when I'm down there, that's the only time I really have any, close access to buses.
Sure. Yep.
Chris White at Chris White PE says the musty water smell from the dark rides.
There you go. Christina, good pal of the show, Christina at Raising Las Vegas says, I love the perfume in Norway. My sister and I always spritz ourselves as we pass by. I know most people aren't fond of it, but I actually like the smell of the swampy Florida air.
Yeah, because it reminds you you're somewhere else. You're not at home.
That's right.
That's right. Hey.
Well, if she's in Vegas, she's certainly not having swampy air. It's a dry heat.
Oh, it's comfortable then. It's 120 but dry.
No.
Lisa Yost at Sia Doe on Twitter goes, I have a late edition. I loved hearing every cast member and characters calling my daughter Princess.
Oh, that was from our sound.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you, Lisa. Gary at DVC Nuts says it has to be the popcorn on Main Street or the H2O body wash in the DVC Resort.
Yeah.
When I smell that, I know we are home.
Nice. Bro Cameron at KU Drew says, strangely enough, the smell of Pirates of the Caribbean always conjures up the strongest feelings of nostalgia.
Yep. I think between Main Street and Pirates, those are you guys' top smells, I think.
Yeah.
Zaphoid at Dr. Zaphoid. Pirates water smell has to be number one for me. Immediately takes me back to my childhood.
Yes.
There you go.
And then Aaron Marimum says, the musty smell on Pirates of the Caribbean.
There you go. And Chris at Chris LWTL says simply Polynesian lobby.
Oh.
So it definitely had a distinct smell. back when they had the fountain. And I think it pretty much still has that smell. It's just not as overwhelming with all the flowers and chlorinated water and all that stuff.
It has a slightly different smell, kind of a sweeter, a little more floral.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's all from the flowers or they're just pumping in a little something extra to kind of give you that sensation.
Disney would never do that.
Oh, no.
Why would they? They would never cheat our senses.
They wouldn't take advantage of our weak-minded, senses-driven...
forced perspective,
exactly.
And pumped in air, and they know what they're doing.
Oh, they do.
So, as most of you know, they do. The smell of the popcorn is pumped in. It's not just your, the popcorn that they're popping. That's actually pumped in, folks. So.
That's their top secret.
Yes. I see what you did there.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Anyway, hey, everybody, thank you so much for participating in our summer series. That was a lot of fun. We're going to have some more of that stuff coming up. We've got some other great ideas for, of course, our interaction with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, what smells take you to Walt Disney World?
I have to agree with the dank water smell.
All right, you've been in my basement. Very good.
I did.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that one. Rome burning.
Yeah.
I will say, like our one listener there, I have purchased some smoked paprika.
Oh.
Then when I open, just smells exactly like it.
Look at you.
I know. Who'd have thought? my other one. I lost track of where, because I wrote these down. I had to agree with the Polynesian lobby. Favorite hotel.
Oh,
but there was something about the falling water in there. I don't know if it ionized the air or something.
Yeah.
It just added a little something, kind of like a cool mist almost, but it wasn't really, not humid. I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're exactly right. Yeah.
And plus I think the smell was accented actually by the slight white noise from the falling water.
Yeah.
It was a little more relaxing then, I thought, the lobby than it is now. Not that it's not beautiful now, but.
Well, all of the plants, I think, inside there kind of help to oxygenate the air, make it a little bit more, fresh, it seemed like.
Right.
So, yeah, I love that. Mine, going into the beach club, every time I smell lilies now, and we have some lilies on the side of the house, and I cut them and put them in the house. Unfortunately, I put them everywhere, and it was too overwhelming. Everybody's like, "Get these things out of here! They're killing us." But that smell takes me right to walking in the beach club lobby. Absolutely love that. And then my other one is we have a mall complex near us that we go to, and whenever, especially it seems like, especially on a weekend night, Friday night, Saturday night, if we're over there, all of that barbecue food smell, I feel like I'm at Disney Springs.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, yeah, it's on a warm summer night and you smell all those smells. It's like, man, I wish I was at Disney Springs instead of here, but still, it does take you back. So those are my two smells. So absolutely love the summer series. We got to do some more of that down the road, Tim.
Oh.
And, are you ready for the big announcement?
I'm ready for the big announcement, although I think I know what it is, so I'm not as...
Well, a lot of people know what it is. If you've been following us on Facebook and Twitter, the social medias, you guys know that October 26th, between 3 and 5 p.m. at Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company's Tea Traders, I will be there for the very first official Looper listener meet and greet. So that's going to be October 26th. It's a Wednesday, 3 to 5. I'm going to be interviewing Krista Mezzo. I believe earlier in the day, I'm going to be interviewing master artist Kevin John. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be in and out throughout a couple of days there. If you guys can't make that, 3 to 5 at Tea Traders, email me, text me, whatever. And maybe we can meet up someplace else. I'll be probably hanging out at Disney Springs the rest of the evening on the 26th. So make sure you find me and say hello. I'd love to meet you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the first of many, many to come.
Yes.
In part thanks to Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company and our wonderful patrons over at Patreon. And Just we're going to have so much fun, guys.
You're going to have a great time.
Be a lot of fun. We got giveaways. We got stuff we're going to give away. Some highly coveted pins.
I was going to say, the rumor is you'll have some highly coveted pins in your possession.
That is the rumor.
I love it.
And some other stuff. Our good pals over at Joffrey's are giving some stuff away too to folks that show up to say hello. So please do. October 26th, Wednesday, between 3 and 5 over at Tea Traders, Disney Springs. We wanted to do it there just because we didn't want to, anybody to feel like they had to go into a park. Pay to go into the park.
Didn't have to burn a park day if you didn't have to.
Yeah. Who wants to burn a park day?
Plus, it's getting already kind of close down to the wire, so we didn't want to feel like buy a ticket if they were between annual passes or something.
Sure. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. And we've got some stuff planned for next year where we might have a celebrity guest make an appearance.
A celebrity guest?
You.
Yes. First of all, you threw me off by using the word celebrity. I was like, who else? I didn't hear about this one.
Our fearless leader, Tim Scott.
Yeah, this was thrown together a little later, and I can't arrange the time to make it there. But I will be there in spirit.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Make sure you visit us over at Tea Traders, October 26th, 3 to 5. Tim, that is all I've got.
Awesome. Everybody, thanks so much for making this summer series just actually one of my cluster of my favorite shows in a long time.
Yeah.
All kind of lumped together. I love these. Good. I'm Tim Scott. Find me on Twitter, ResortLoop on Facebook at Tim Scott, and the website, ResortLoop.com.
I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes, listen to us on iHeartRadio. And what else should folks do? Tim.
Everybody, you can actually go help support the show at ResortLoop.com/support, and you can go out there and share the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody. All right, Tim, so everybody has, they've stopped listening to the show now. What should they do after they're done listening to the show and they're all excited about wanting to go to a Disney park, going on a Disney vacation? What should they do?
I, personally, after being all excited and ready to go,
I'm
going to deal with an expert. I'm going to talk to People Mover Travel and talk to Tyler, our expert over there.
Over at peoplemovertravel.com?
Peoplemovertravel.com.
But when you go there,
yes,
you got to make sure you click on that you heard about them from us.
From ResortLoop.
ResortLoop.
That is an option on the drop-down menu right there.
Absolutely. By the way, Tim.
Yes.
I just booked through them.
How did that go?
It was the easiest thing in the world.
How can it not be? It's Tyler.
I put in my name. I put in the dates I want.
Right.
Of course, check-marked ResortLoop is where I heard of them from. And sent it off to him. Within an hour, Tyler had gotten back to me. I can't guarantee he's going to get back to everybody that quick, but got back to me within an hour, letting me know he got it, and he'll let me know as soon as he runs the numbers.
Tyler and his team know travel.
Peoplemovertravel.com is fantastic.
Love.
Easy. You and I have done it a million times on our own.
And we missed out on discounts here and there because we're not on top of it all the time.
I'm done doing that.
Why would we have to do it? Tyler at People Mover Travel will do it for you.
Just yesterday on Twitter, somebody followed me. And in his little profile, it said, my wife and I love Disney, blah, 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 blah. And I love the smell of the water in Pirates. And I'm like, well,
that's it.
It's my new best friend.